Hey fellow Siebel nerds and geeks, happy holidays. This is Alex from Blacksheep IT Consulting with a bit of a sneak preview of what I'm planning to put into the next devpops release, maybe 23.1 or so. So just, thought it is worthwhile to show what's possible with Siebel OpenUI, as Siebel OpenUI is 10 years old these days. So if you know devpops, we have this in the application. We have the indicator which workspace is currently open and under inspection. And now I've added, let's navigate to View, added a click handler. It works from any view really, but now you can click and you see very quickly the objects that have been touched in that workspace. Now that's a main workspace, so these objects have been delivered into it recently. And so you have a quick search. It's not really necessary here, but let's search for contact. You see, that's just a filter. And you have the option to, as you can see from the tooltip, to open that applet or object in the current workspace, that's main version 6, in Web Tools. Now, that's kind of really scary what happens now, but let's just watch it for now and maybe I'll update it a little bit. Let's click that contact list applet right here. So I've created an SSO enabled Web Tools. Mind you, it's a bit fake SSO. It's like using database SSO. So you don't have to log into Web Tools, but it would work with the login too. So it opens Web Tools and goes to Workspaces real quick. But that's already open, so it recognized that. And it opens the applet in that workspace. Okay, so that worked. That's a demo effect in reverse. Didn't work the first time. Last time I tried. So let's try it the other way around. Let's open and inspect using the quick inspect feature. Let's open that test workspace because it's still editable. That's a feature that already exists in the application, so devpops brings that. So now the workspace is open and still we can click it. And now we see the objects that have been touched in this workspace. Now there's a few, so you could left click and open it in Web Tools. Let's try that first. So the Web Tools session should open the workspace. Yep. And then navigate to the view. So I'm not sure if this is like faster than manually doing it, but it's sure automated and should demonstrate that it is automatable. However, has a few quirks still. And so it goes to the view and that's it. Yeah. Probably should have gone all the way to the view editor, but it stopped here. But anyway, just one click away to edit the view in the editor. So that's nice. And now if you go back to the application, you can also right click and do go to view, because that's a view you can navigate in the application. So it makes sense. And that's a simple go to view. There we go. So let's try some other stuff. Let's open that business service. So that opens in Web Tools. Should recognize the same workspace already. Looks up the business service, and this time it works and opens the editor right away. Okay. Well, let's try the workflow process. So that finds it and opens the editor. So I'm not clicking, yeah? You know that. Okay, and speaking of the workflow editor, also planning to build in some enhancements for that one. So one feature that you're particularly fond of is like double clicking on stuff. I'm not double clicking right now, but you have that sub process here and you double click, it opens that. So what if you can double click on a business service and open it? So for that, when you click it once, it gets kind of highlighted, so the code has recognized it. And now you can double click it to open. Let's try that. So opens it right in the editor. Let's go back. And well, sadly enough, WebTools doesn't have tabs, so that would be great. But now click it again, and it says right click to preview code. And I want to stay in the workflow editor, but still see the code. So if you right click it, and it has code, like eScript, actually it uses the server script debugger to preview it. Why not? So let's right click it one more time. It's a bit lazy, so it should open like a default pre-invoke method handler. Yeah, so there's that. You can preview the code. It's not editable here, but preview. And that's a nice demonstration of what you can do with the workflow editor with, well, the illicit, definitely illicit devpops extension. So keep that in mind. So back at the application, we have good old help about view, right? We have used that a lot. And it's about time for some devpops goodness with about view. So built in a little bit of a Easter egg here, and that, well, first and foremost, I never really liked the way the standard about view kind of cobbles together all the lists of applets and business components, etc. So now there's just one line for each thing, and you can right click it, save the name to your clipboard, so use it later, and you can left click it like the view itself, and you get the workspace history. So now from the perspective of the object, you see what workspaces has this been touched in. So this has been only touched in that workspace, but you can still select it and open in WebTools or switch to fast inspect, but we're already inspecting it. So open WebTools, and well, WebTools already open, and it should do the dance and go to the view. There you go. This time it opens in the editor right away. So same behavior literally. Here you can open in WebTools, or if you click on let's say that list applet, it probably has, yeah, that has been touched in more workspaces. And you can also see if there has been a object with attribute differences, you can see which property. So this is the control. So this is actually the applet web template item area of the edit list web template, and the item identifier changed. Yeah, and that happened in this. Well, that's actually an update from Oracle, the repository upgrade. And you can still click fast inspect to switch the application to that workspace, or well, open WebTools one more time to open that workspace and open the object. Let's see, workspace is opened, and yeah, there we go. There's the applet in the workspace. Okie dokie. So that indicator in WebTools also gets some attention here. Yeah, ignore that tooltip. I'm gonna repair that later. So now if you click that in WebTools, you get the list of modified object in that workspace. Now that's quite a big one. It was a repository upgrade, so we have really a lot of objects here. And the search now comes in really handy, like integration object or something. Yeah, you can kind of filter. And so now you are already in Web Tools, so you can just simply go there. So you don't have to switch workspaces, etc. So that you can kind of keep that here somewhere and do kind of a quick navigation inside that workspace. You don't have to go to the workspace dashboard every time. And as you can see, works well, navigates to the object, opens any view that you want to specify to go to, or editor. So that's quite handy as well in Web Tools, as you can imagine. And even in the workspace dashboard, if you have selected a workspace, you see the list, and now there's a drill down on that list. So here, let's go to that applet maybe. Of course, you navigate away from the workspace dashboard. Let's go back in again. If you right click that, you also see the workspaces that this applet has been touched in. So you can select you can go in that selected workspace, or select a different one and go there, or just select that workspace in the dashboard and then go there maybe. So let's select main 3, and now let's go. So this should open, switches the workspace obviously and opens it. That's a little bit under construction, but still should do the trick of speeding up a little bit. I'm not quite sure if it's really faster than doing it manually. And boom, we got an error. Okay. Kind of managed to still do it properly, hopefully. Oh, let's see another feature that devpops can do. So, for example, if you go to a business service, Eliza's already selected, so it's a scripted service. I added a button here, open the server script editor. So that's available in any server script able object type, like business components or applets or applications or business services. So now, instead of, as you know, open a menu, scroll down, locate it, click it, it's just a button. There you go. And also opening the code in the script debugger is just one button click. Now, of course, the same code, so it doesn't really kind of kick in, but it would open any code in the script debugger. And you notice that alarm clock button, that's the workspace history for the currently active record. So very similar, but now focusing on that business service. And you can select the workspace. Let's just do history. There's no navigation there. Maybe I'll add that later. Okay, I think that's about all the features where you will be seeing in early 2023. So this was a little bit of a sneak preview on Christmas Eve. Have a safe and peaceful holiday, whatever you're celebrating, and have a relaxing and peaceful wind down period, and see you in 23. Alex signing off. Thank you very much. Bye bye.